Hello tenors, this is a tutorial for you in There Shall a Star from Jacob Come Forth. We begin over on page 7, legato. I should say we're going to flip or minimize the letter R unless it is crossed out. In that case, we eliminate it. So you'll see a lot of places where I've crossed out the R's as a reminder. So very legato, and this stays piano all through this exposition. Get rid of the R, get rid of the R, no breath, get rid of the R. Turning the page to 8, let's take, on the top of page 8, first bar, first beat, let's make that 8th note, 8th rest, so you get a fresh bite as you begin the phrase, the motive again. Get rid of the R, get rid of the R, get rid of the R. Get rid of the R. Get rid of the R. We are now at the bottom of page 8, measure 21. Please write that in. And would you please shorten the first beat to 8th note, 8th rest so that you can get a fresh bite on There Shall a Star. You're going to need to take a big breath here because you've got a long phrase coming. Get rid of the R. And get rid of the R, and top page 9, last measure, shorten that quarter note to 8th note, 8th rest, and take a breath. Get rid of the R, and give your TH on beat 3. The organs are going to get suddenly louder here, but you're still piano, by the way. Now, whereas that was all very legato, this is, I wrote, vehement hellfire and damnation. I've neglected to write in these vertical slashes in your part, but they're applicable to you. And dash in, right? Okay. Notice I'm using that little Robert Shaw trick of an apostrophe after certain consonants, which implies an unaccented schwa syllable. So the way this should sound is and a dash in, and a dash in. That little caret there is what I use to show a glottal stop. We don't want and a dash in P, we want and a dash in P. So very separate, very marcato. And a dash in P. I hope that makes sense. Accented word with sforzando, which is the strongest, is a very strong accent. P says, put a Z on beat 1. Princes and nations, you've got a suspension here. Nations, princes and nations. Z on beat 1, and a dash in P says in. Carry that through, no breath. Circle your sforzato. Big Z on beat 4. You'll need a big breath here. And a dash in P says in. Carry over, no breath. Top of page 12. There's a sforzato that I should have circled. Princes and nations. There's start. No breath here. But go to legato because you've got the original tone, motive back. Pieces, princes, and nations, there shall a star from Jacob come forth. It's a wonderful moment. Even though it's a G flat, make sure it's nice and high. Get rid of the R's. There shall a star from Jacob come forth. Don't make it sound like New Hampshire like I just did. And to dash in. Let's change this quarter note to 8th note, 8th rest. Hold on, my phone is ringing. Sorry for the interruption. let's see, where were we? Oh, here. And a dash. Carry that D clear over here and put a little schwa and a dash. We don't want and dash, but and a dash. And glottal stop for in. P says the prince. Slide the Z of princes right up next to the P of princes. Glottal. Nations. Let's shorten this to a dotted quarter, eighth rest. And put your Z on that eighth rest. Now here, I'm not asking for and an A. I will later, but not here. So, prince, princes, and nations is fine. Again, carry the D over. And a dash in pieces, princes. And here I want that unaccented schwa, because the next thing is a sforzato. And nay, that'll help you accent this nations. I would write in, as I did up here in the soprano, I would write in a decrescendo mark, because we're going to go from forte clear to piano. And the vowel in nations, there's the IPA symbol, is the same vowel as in the word love. Nations, love, nations. Put the Z of nations on the downbeat here. Legato, piano. There shall I star. It's a new shape here, by the way, so it's not like it was before. A little different. There shall I starve. There shall I starve. I can't find the pitch in my head right now, but it's a new shape. Write in a crescendo here, write in a crescendo here. It's also a new shape. Eighth note, eighth rest. Let's get rid of the R's. Forte. And I would also like you to shorten the third beat here at the top of, I'm at the top of 15. I'm in the second measure on the third beat. Make it eighth note, eighth rest, so you got a chance for a breath and a fresh bite on a star. Forte, get rid of the R. Decrescendo, get rid of the R. Another crescendo. We're going to come down to piano. This is a big decrescendo. And then we're going to crescendo back up to forte. Get rid of the R. This is a mistake. There shouldn't be this here. That's for alto and bass, but you don't have anything. So just cross that extraneous A out. We're on the top of page 16. Finally get to sing this forte. Stagger breathing. Get rid of the R. Get rid of the R. Decrescendo to piano. Get rid of the R. Full value. I wrote in quiet joy. Get rid of the R in morning. And in star. I wrote in the word amazement here. Think, how brightly shines the morning star with sudden radiance. Again, referring to the star that the wise men followed. And it must have been quite spectacular. Please write in the crescendo mark. It's going to crescendo to forte, decrescendo to piano. Get rid of the R. I wrote in quiet joy here. With light and comfort, get rid of the R. Glowing. Let's make that dotted half, quarter rest for a breath. Subito forte. Warn yourself. Thy word, no R in word. No breath. And change Jesus to O Lord without an R. But no breath. Subito piano. Very important. Continuing piano. Inly feeds us. The half note becomes quarter note, quarter rest. Crescendo. Right lead leads us. Crescendo to mezzo piano. Let's change that to quarter note, quarter rest. Put your S on that quarter rest. Crescendo to forte, life bestowing. the whole note becomes a dotted half, quarter rest. A nice big forte. This is just a reminder that it's B flat. Nothing new. B flat is in the signature. Diminuendo to piano, get rid of the R. Carry it over clear to the downbeat of the next measure and write in look up. Thank you.